So bear with me. There you go.
Sorry, that's obnoxious.
Bear with me. I lost my voice today and I've been talking for the last hour to try to be able to talk. Anyway, so what I was talking, me and Tamika had a Zoom call this week, and I was just like, I feel like my cup's not getting fully filled. Like, I don't get to have friends. I don't like, you know what I mean? Anyway, I just feel like there's a whole bunch of different cups that we need to be able to fill. So my idea was to try to do some smaller groups that are like 3 to 4 people. And so what we're doing is we're looking for motivation, accountability, mindset, and like growth, and then also like friendship. If anyone else has any other cups that are like, oh my gosh, I would like this added, whatever it might be, let me know. But the idea is for all of us that want to participate in this to go ahead and respond to the poll first off. And then secondly, I'm going to be creating a survey this next week that should be done by Friday. But anyway, that you guys will be doing, and we're going to go ahead and group 3 to 4 people in a group, so that way you can get more accountability, more positive mindset, more growth, more friendship, whatever you need. And so we're going to try to pair people together that need, like, match. And so, yeah, like if you have any ideas or any suggestions for it, let me know. But go ahead and go on the pack page and you should see the poll. And if you don't, I think I posted it in Run with the Pack. And yeah, here's the poll. So this kind of helps me see who's interested and see which groups are more like wanted, needed. And then also another thought we had for like motivation and mindset and growth, some accountability too, was more like leaders stepping up and kind of leading like a small group. So if you're interested in leading a small group, let me know also. That'll be part of the survey as well. But anyway, that's what my hope and dream is for this. So yeah.
Thanks, Alyssa. So she made this poll here, and we're going to do different groups just on Facebook Messenger, and you'll either be with 3 or 4 people who want the same thing. So, if you're feeling like you're lacking friendship in this business and you want to make like closer friendships with some sidelines, not necessarily your downline or your upline, like it's anybody in the pack, then you're going to click friendships. If you feel like you want more accountability, like you just need help being held accountable to doing your work or to be doing your life stuff, like whatever kind of accountability, like eating healthier, any kind of thing like that. Motivation, like keeping you guys like motivated, getting you with some sideline sisters that can help keep that fire lit and going. Or if you feel like you need help with growth and mindset, maybe the people in this group, maybe you guys do a book club together. Maybe you guys share videos in here. Maybe you guys do your morning mindsets together, like as a group, like whatever you want. And so you just need to come in here and check the ones that you're interested in. And then Alyssa's going to make a Google form with questions. So that way with your answers, we can better pair you with the right people. And then sometime next week, we'll be able to go through all of the forms and start to group you guys accordingly to what we feel would be best for you. And we're going to just try this out and see how it goes and go from there. So does anybody have any questions?
I do.
Yes.
Can somebody decide to join more than one small group?
Thank you. I had the same question.
Haha.
What do you think, Alyssa?
So I say, why not? Also another thing too is if your particular group, like if you guys are both like, we both want motivation and accountability, maybe we can pair you together, so that way you can both get that in that group. But yeah, I'm totally game for if you want to be part of more groups. We can add that to the survey too, so that way we can be like, okay, let me know specifically which groups you want, so that way we keep doing both.
I think most people are going to want to be part of more than one group. And the one thing that we don't want from this is like a lot of like distraction. We don't want to put you guys in like in every group. And then what are you doing? You know, you're just in every group. And I know that most of you guys have talked about the frustration with so many group chats, you know, and so every group chat that you're a part of should have a purpose. Okay, if it's not serving its purpose, or if it's not filling your cup, or if it's not, you know, what you need to be, then you don't need to be a part of that group chat. And so we'll really try, you know, I even saw on the poll, some of you guys voted on more than one. And so we'll really try to use you guys' survey answers and do the best for you. But if we need to put you in more than one, then we can. Go ahead.
Another idea too is that in say a month or two, or however many months, you know, that we do this, maybe your first priority is motivation. Like you need motivation to just do life. And then once you get that, maybe you need mindset or something. So maybe in a few months we can reevaluate and just say, hey, does anyone need more? Does anyone want more? Like we can reevaluate, you know? So that's another thought.
Absolutely. Now, this is a really big project, you guys. And so please make sure that you're being timely on the information. Okay, if you want to be put in a group, you got to fill out that form quick, because we can't just like do it all and then more people come in later. Okay, our time is precious. Okay, so does anybody have any other questions, comments, concerns before we start into our pack call, which I'm really excited about? So does there anybody on any questions that anybody has before we want to get started that is relevant to anything or nothing or everything?
Yes, hi, it's Leanne.
Hi.
I'm still just a little confused on what Pixar is for. Like when we sign up for Pixar and upload our photo, like what is it going to be for?
Pixar is a photo editing app. And so it allows you to put your photo onto other photos or write words on photos. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was it. Thank you.
Good question. Thanks for asking. Okay, are you guys ready for this? You need a pen and paper. I tried to have you guys come prepared, right? You guys hopefully all got the slide or looked at it in the page. Okay, so I had my very first coaching call with my new, I don't know what I call her, coaching mentor specialist person with Tony Robbins. And you know, we just talked about being in our flow. Like, what does that mean? What does it look like? And that's like the optimum of life and business, like when you get in your flow. And what I've noticed about some of you guys, you know, a lot more of you guys are going live. So I'm so proud of you. But when I go and watch your lives, like there's no fire, there's no drive, there's no excitement. And you're like, and if you want to join my team, you can send me a message if you want, or you can leave a comment. And like there's just there's no surety, I'll say. Like, and I know that you're sure, because if you weren't sure, you would not be going live, right? Like, you know, the last thing you were doing, you're going live so you can reach more people and like share your story in a different way, which is so incredible. But like, I want you to be so passionate about what you're doing and your story that like it just exudes in everything that you do. And so that's the purpose of this call tonight, is to help you guys find your inner passion, to find your strengths, to really build on those, and to be able to create a story that people want to follow, or that eventually people want to become a part of. Okay, so I've got some questions for you. You don't have to write down the questions. You can just write down the answers. And once you have them written down on your paper, if you guys can put them in the comments. Oh, thank you, Samara. She's my life coach. I have a life coach. That's what I'm supposed to call her. Ding, ding, ding. That is the word I was looking for. I don't know words, obviously. Okay, squirrel. So you're going to write down your answer on your piece of paper. And then if you have time, if you put it in the chat, that would be great, because there's not going to be enough time for everybody to unmute after every question. Okay, if you would like to share it in the chat, it is open for you guys. And that way everyone can see and read. It makes it more real, right? Otherwise, you can just keep it on your own piece of paper. So here's the first thing I want you to do is I want you to write your name at the top of the page, however you want. It can be big, cursive, block letters, curly letters, just chicken scratch. Just write your name at the top of the page. I was going to play music in the background for this, but I don't know that I could stay focused for that. Let's see. Okay, the next thing I want you to write anywhere on the page is, who were you named after, or where did your name come from, or what does it mean to you? Tisha, I didn't know that. That's so cool. This is so awesome. I'm loving this already. Okay, next thing I want you to write down is when is your birthday and where were you born? Tammy, I did not know you were a twin. What?
I missed your question.
Sorry. When is your birthday? Where were you born?
Do you want the year, Tamika?
I want whatever you write down on your paper, that you're not turning this in.
I started writing, hi, this is Tamika. I started writing my, the first question. I first started answering the first question, but then the chat cut off and I trying to finish my first question.
So you need the second question? Or what are you asking?
No,
Sorry.
the first one. No, what does your name mean and where did it come from?
Uh-huh.
And all of a sudden all of a sudden the chat cut off out of nowhere. I was writing it in the chat, now that the site cut off.
I'm not sure. You can try and write it again. It's okay. And if you guys don't get it in the chat, that's fine. And notice that I started with the easy questions, okay, making you guys really comfortable. You knew all the right answers, right? Okay. Next thing I want you to do is I want you to list your parents'
You said
names.
birth-
I'll write the questions in the
no.
chat as I go. I'll write the questions in the chat as I go. That way you can look at them too, okay? Am I cutting out or is it okay with the music and stuff? Okay.
It's fine.
So the next one is, what are your parents' names? And then write your siblings' names in order.
Oh no, I don't remember that.
Do we include like step parents? Because I have 3 dads and
Go
a lot
for
of
it.
steps.
Go
Okay.
for it. Write them all down. What makes
All
you
right.
you? The purpose of this is what makes you you.
Okay.
Write down half sisters, step sisters, adopted, uncles, and no, we're not doing uncles and aunts. You guys are fast writers and fast typers. Jeez. Okay, so as you wrote down your name, who you're named after, birthday, where you were born, your parents, your siblings in order, write down the emotions that you're feeling. Does it make you proud? Does it make you happy? Does it make you uneasy, sad, frustrated, or angry? I know this piano music probably isn't helping.
It actually is. I loved it. I love that music. I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Did you say to write down the emotions that we're feeling about our parents, or just in general right now?
Just in general, after just kind of reflecting on who you are, where you grew up, who you grew up with.
Okay. Oh, that's a tricky one.
Yeah, so definitely like don't overthink any of these, right? This is just an activity to get us open and ready for more. And as you guys are feeling these emotions, whether it's being happy, sad, maybe some of you guys don't have any emotion at all, that's perfectly fine. What other ones have I seen? Functional, mixed. Just kind of think why. What parts make you happy? What parts make you sad? Why do you think you're unemotional? Is it because you're trying to sign a customer right now and you're not really being here in the moment? Okay, that's on you. Give me 30 minutes of your time. I have this planned out for a reason. Okay, be here with me. Turn off the TV if you've got TV on in the background. Okay, so when it comes to writing your story, you guys, I hear all the time that I don't have a story. We haven't even got to you joining It Works yet. And so many of you guys have a story. So every single person of you have a story. You're a daughter, you're a sister, you're a mom, you're a wife or husband, you're, you know, an aunt, you're all of these things before you started the business. And whether you have a broken family or siblings have passed away, or you're an only child or you're adopted, whatever the case is, it happened for a reason. And you have a story to share with other people, and keeping it to yourself doesn't serve anybody. And so it's okay if you're feeling sad. It's okay if you're feeling happy. It's okay if you're not feeling emotion, but you need to understand why. And then you need to be able to express that. Otherwise, it just gets bottled deep inside and it doesn't serve anybody, including yourself. Okay? So next question I have for you is I want you to think back to when you were young. I want you to write down 2 to 3 things that you liked to do when you were a kid. Two to three things that you liked to do when you were a kid. And if you want to do more, then, I mean, list as many as you want, but I at least want 2 to 3 different ones. Oh, sleep on the trampoline. That brings back memories. Okay, next one is, what were your favorite subjects in school? Write down what your favorite subjects in school were. And then I also want to know why. Why were those your favorite subjects? Boys. Kelly Joe. Ooh, I love typing too. Typing and math. Lilani, we are nerd sisters. I love that. Play double Dutch. I don't know how to double Dutch, Tammy. Please teach me. I like math because I love math. Why do you love math? Why do you like it? You got to tell me why. It comes easily to you. History teachers were amazing. Teachers make a big difference. Darian loves to sing, you guys. We have so many singers on this team that we didn't even know about. How crazy and incredible. Some of you guys are so young, you didn't have typing in school, I don't think. We had like word crunchers and like number crunchers and stuff when I was in elementary school. Anyone know what that is? No, okay. They still have it, okay. I don't know, I don't have kids in that age yet. Okay, next question for you guys. What's the first painful memory that you can recall? The very first painful memory that you can recall in your life? Be specific. Where were you? What happened? You don't have to write all that in the chat, but write it down on your paper.
Hey, Tamara, what was the last question you asked?
What is the first painful memory that you can recall? Now, I don't want you to write this in the chat. You can write it on your paper, or you don't have to. You can just think about it. But what lesson did you learn from that very first painful experience? What was your takeaway? Whether it was good or bad, how did you process it? And what did you learn from it? And thanks you guys for just being so honest in the chat. This is really special, so thank you guys. I mean, we've got a team that's been through some crazy hard stuff. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the opposite side. I want you to recall what is your best memory, your first best memory.
My internet cut out. Can you repeat it?
Your first best memory that you can recall. Make sure you guys are writing this down on your paper because it's going to be gone if you just wrote it in the chat when this ends. So write it down on your paper. All of what you guys are writing down is going to be a tool for you. The good stuff, the bad stuff, the unemotional stuff. Okay, now I want you to write down, what did you learn from that? What lesson came out of that best memory? Now, as I was going through and thinking about my worst experiences and my best experiences, you can learn from both. But would you guys agree that you actually learn more from the bad experiences than the good ones? You actually learn more from the losses
Yes, definitely.
than you do from the wins?
Yep.
Guys,
Totally.
same, yep, same in business, you guys. Like, so many times we're afraid to do something because we're gonna fail. But don't you know that failing is the quickest way to success? Because you learn, you learn, you learn, you grow, you grow, you grow, and you get better every time. Now, obviously with our bad experiences, maybe we put walls up, maybe we secluded ourselves, maybe we decided to retreat a little bit because of that bad experience that happened. But now that you're older, now that you're wiser, now you can see the growth that caused because of it, and you can change, right? And you can help somebody else who's in that same situation. So a couple more questions for you guys. When you were younger, what were 3 things that you were really good at? Really good at, just naturally good at? Now, next to those 3 things, if it's still true for you today, I want you to put a check mark next to it. And if it's not, I want you to put an X next to it. If it's still true for you today. And then just kind of reflect. Why or why not? Is it something you'd like to get good at again?
Can you repeat that real quick, Tamika?
Yep, 3 things that you were very good at when you were younger that just came naturally to you. And then you're going to put a check mark if it's still true to you today. You're going to put an X if it's not. And then you're just going to reflect and just why or why not? Is it something that you want to get better at again? Okay, now I want you to do 3 things that you really struggled with when you were younger. Same thing, put a check if it's true today, put an X if it's not. And then you're just gonna reflect why or why not.
3 things what?
3 things that you struggled with when you were younger. Now, I chose to only talk about mostly when you were younger because that was safer for you guys than where you are now. When I asked you guys, what are some of the things that you enjoy doing? Most of you guys can't tell me more than one or two things. When I say, tell me about you, most of you guys don't want to share. You don't want to share your story. But when you remember when you were younger, you were fearless, right? You had gone through hurt, you had gone through celebration, you'd gone through so much, but you were just living and thriving in life. And so when did that stop for you guys? When did we stop being excited about life, what we were doing, where we were going? And I want to really encourage you guys today to start being excited about your life and where you can go with it. Because when you do that, then people are going to want to follow you. And I don't want it to be fake. I want you to go back to remember what were the things that you were good at and you enjoyed doing and that came easily to you when you were younger. What are the things that you went through that caused you to be how you are today, good or bad? Those of you who saw my live yesterday, I shared a really deep hurt that I had, that I went through, and how it really shaped me to be who I am today. And it was liberating. And it really, like, it helped some of you guys who watched it to know a little bit more about me. I had so many personal messages coming in, like just telling me thank you. And I went through that for a reason. And the things that you guys went through for a reason. We talk about it all the time, that you've got to post you on your page. And so many of you guys are not getting deep. You're not sharing those stories. I want you guys to remember back to when you were younger and start sharing those stories. Start sharing that passion that you felt when you were living life. Okay. And then I want you to go forward with a future. You know, you've got kids maybe. Okay. Look at them. Like, they're outside playing bubbles and, you know, flying kites and running around without shoes on, without a care in the world. You know, like, be that mom, be that dad to them, and like live life with them. And then people are going to want to be a part of yours. Okay. So, the last thing I want you guys to write down, you're going to split it into 2 columns. Actually, we're only going to do 1. I just want you guys to list all the things that you love about yourself. Okay, it is 7:44 right now. I'm going to give you 3 minutes, so till 7:47, and then we're going to make our story slide. So 7:47, I just want you to write down all of the things that you love and appreciate and value about yourself. Okay. Tisha, if you don't have anything, gotta work on that, girlfriend. You're not the only one who feels that way. So I'm glad that you were being brave in the chat. But you guys, you cannot have a successful business and a successful life if you don't like yourself. So you know that's the first work that you need to do. Okay, time is up. So you guys have this sheet of paper with a whole bunch of words, a whole bunch of stories, a whole bunch of thoughts, feelings, emotions. You guys, I promise you that if you start working in this, your business in this, like this is the material that you're using, this is the mind space that you're in, that things are going to start to change. But like I said, it starts with loving yourself. Everything you've been through, everything that you represent, you know, those strengths, those weaknesses, all of that stuff is you. And if you don't like you, then you just doesn't give anybody else an opportunity to like you. Okay. And if you're really feeling that way, then we need to have a one-on-one Zoom, and we need to do a little breakthrough and try to get you the help, maybe the right book, maybe a life coach of sorts, or some kind of therapy, because I'm not a therapist. Maybe one of you guys are going to school for therapy and you can offer a Zoom call for that. That would be fabulous. But you know, for reals, like, we want to help you break through that. And I don't have necessarily the degree to do that, but if some of you guys do, then we need to put you guys together in a Zoom and make that happen for you. Okay. So make sure to reach out to me in a personal message if you know that you need some help loving yourself, and I'll do the best that I can to get you guys where you need to be. Okay. So, Cassandra, did you have a question?
Yes, I do. Sorry. I do recommend for anybody who's having trouble loving themselves, loving the skin that they're in, just appreciating life, you know, just welcoming abundance and health and wealth into their life, into their mindset. 2 years ago, I discovered Lisa Nichols. I started listening to her, watching her on YouTube, watching her on Facebook, reading her books. And she's amazing for me. As a woman, as another woman, from a woman to a woman, she's really amazing. And I feel like her coaching style it really fit my lifestyle, my mindset, and everything that I needed to find in like a motivational coach and all that. So I think she's, you know, really great. To anyone who would want to look for a book or anything like that to help them in their mindset, being motivated and learning to accept yourself for you, who you are, and wanting to be better at the same time.
What was
for
her
sharing.
name again, Cassandra?
Lisa Nichols.
It's in the chat. Samara put it in there.
Somebody
Thank you.
wrote, yeah, somebody wrote her name.
Okay. Thank you so much, Cassandra, for sharing that. Okay, you guys.
You're welcome.
So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to do story slides. Okay. So based on the things that we wrote down, based on our life, okay, we're going to go ahead and do these story slides. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys. And if you have two devices, if you can be on your phone and then watch from a computer, obviously, then you'll be able to do it with me. We have only got 10 minutes. And so if I go too fast for you because you have not used a photo editing app before, then just watch my screen, take some notes, then you can go back and watch the recording. Okay. Because I can't stop and teach everybody how to do it, because you've got to be familiar with how to edit photos before, you know, because this can't be the first time that you do it. So just watch my screen if you need to, take some notes, and then you can go back and watch the recording. Otherwise, do it with me if you can keep up. Okay, so in your photos here, you guys should have, I'm going to use these ones right here. Now, these were saved, or these were uploaded into the pack page. Okay, and so we're going to do before I started this business, and there's a place for a photo and then words underneath it. And these are going in your story. Okay, when it found me, we're going to put a photo there. You can use the same photo in every single one. You can change up photos if you want to. You're going to go ahead and write your words there. And then I was skeptical. Photo goes there. What were you skeptical of? Write that down below. Now my life is totally changed. Put a photo, write why. And then if I can do it, you can do it too. And then we have a spot to put the poll. Okay, so these are some story slides for you guys who want to use this one before, when it found me, after, all that stuff. And then I also created some story slides for those of you who are brand new in the business, maybe don't feel like you have a story quite yet. It says, hey, I just started something new. I'm super excited, but also nervous. And you're going to put your photo right here. And then I watched my friend, and you can put a picture of your enroller posting on social media. She loved her job, had amazing friendships, and extra money to be able to pay for her family's needs and wants. Okay, so maybe like if you signed with me, maybe you find a picture of me and my family on my Facebook page and you put it in right there. You can be like, this is Tamika, this is Kelly Jo, this is Tisha, you know, this is Esther, whoever your enroller was. Now, let's say that you didn't actually watch your friend because you signed up on a host to post and the person was a stranger to you. Then you can use this post. I saw a post on my social media offering a way to be able to make extra income working from their phone on social media. And then I just put a little picture there. I needed this, so I commented. So if you were a complete stranger that signed up with a complete stranger from a host to post, then you're going to use this for your slide too, not for your slide, not the other one. Okay, so either you watched your friend or you saw a post. Okay, and then I jumped in. I'm so excited to see what this opportunity will do for me and my family. I look forward to getting healthier, making friends, earning extra income, and changing my future for the better. And so you're going to upload an excited picture of you, or maybe it's a family photo. That being said, I need your help. And then we have this one, reviewers wanted, what would you like to try? I've been challenged to help 10 people get started on these products. Will you help me out? And then you put a poll that has a yes, yes option that says sign me up or more info. Okay, so these are the two story slides that I made for us and our team. I want to show you how to use PicsArt because PicsArt is free. Normally I do all of my stories on Over, but Over costs money. And so I wanted to make sure that I was setting you guys up for success to showing you how to do it on a free app that you can easily upload photos and stuff too. Okay, so those of you who want to do this with me, we're going to open up PicsArt.
Can I say something?
Yep.
If you do use Over, you don't have to pay for it. You just have to press the exit button when it says to pay for it, and you don't get the bonus stuff or the pro stuff for it, but you can use the basic stuff.
Oh, snap. Okay, Over is the bomb diggity. And so you guys should do Over, not PicsArt. But just because I had you download PicsArt, if you have Over, go ahead and open it up. Maybe I'll show one on Over and I'll show one on PicsArt. How about that? Okay, so I'm on PicsArt right now. I'm going to go ahead and click the plus sign. And then I'm going to go all photos and I'm going to find the photo that I want to edit. Okay, so I'm going to do this one right here before. Then down here at the bottom, I'm going to find the one that says add photo. And then I'm going to find a picture of me that I want to post for my beginning part. Or like I said, you can do all of the same ones. I'll just do this one. Okay, add. Now from here, you can make your photo bigger. Now here's my biggest pet peeve, you guys, more than anything in the whole wide world, is when you guys go to take a rectangle full picture and put it in a square box. Some of you guys go like this. Oh, for the love. That does not look good. Do you agree? Please look at my screen and don't ever do this. It drives me nuts. So, and it's not good marketing. Okay, here's what you do. I click undo. Whoo! You're going to come down here to crop, and then you're going to click square, and it will square it for you. Apply, and boom. Okay. No more adjusting that rectangle folder or rectangle picture to go into a square. I need to like flip through to see you guys' faces. No more. Use the crop feature. Okay. It's there for a reason, to make your stuff look good. All right. Then we're going to come down here and we're going to click text. So before I started this business, I was a high school math teacher and soccer coach, working 70-hour weeks. And never being able to see my family. Okay, so I'm going to move that down here. You feel attacked, Tammy. I didn't personally have anybody in mind, but when I see them in the pack page, I'm like, for the love. You guys are going to go through and delete them now and then repost them. That's fine. Okay, now notice you can't read that, right? So I need to change the color. So down here, I just click color. I'm going to change it to black. Okay, now because I'm a perfectionist, some of you guys are like, yeah, that looks good. I'm like, no. Okay, I like to make sure that it's going to go out. So it's going to be evenly centered. I like to make sure that my words are like spaced out on my lines. Like that a little bit. If that's not you, that's fine. You can just post it however you want, but I just want to show you guys how to do the things. I can do spacing. Okay, I can make this go a little bit wider if I want to, or I can mesh it down a little bit closer. Okay, I can also space out the letters if I want to with the character there. Okay, so however you want it to go. And there you go, click apply. And then when I'm ready, all I have to do is click this little button up at the top with the arrow down, and it'll save it to my phone. It just says save to my photo gallery, just like that. Alexa, turn off. Okay, any questions on that? So after this, I can just go ahead and click next. I can get out of it. I already saved it, or I could save it there if I wanted to. And then I can just click the plus sign, back to all photos, choose the next one here. There might be a quicker way to change out the background, but I don't know it on PicsArt.
Tamika, I'm glad you're on that slide. I am having like, I don't know, I can't read it. Can you tell me what it says under when?
It found
literally-
me, I was. When it found me, I was. So same thing, you're gonna select photo down at the bottom. Same thing, if it's not a rectangle, make sure that, or if it's not a square, make sure that you crop it into a square. Then we're gonna add text. Then once you hit apply, you can't go back and change anything. Like nothing moves once you hit apply. So make sure it is the way that you want it to be before you save it. Okay. So I'm going to show you how to do just a couple of these on over real quick for those of you that want to. So if I were doing on over, I'd click the plus sign and I would do create, and then I would select image.
Can I say something? Tamika has paid for over, so hers might look a little different than yours, and she might have a couple like added things, but you should be able to do all the basic stuff. So just know that if yours doesn't look exactly the same, that's why.
And if anybody wants to pay $25, you can get into the group. Mandy, Kelly Jo, I think Marlene's in it, and me, and we actually can share work between each other, but you have to have an iPhone. And it's $25 for the year. And we're part of a group with like 50 other It Works distributors, and we can share work with each other so we don't have to recreate stuff. So it's kind of nice. If anybody's interested in that, then let me know. Okay. So here it is on over for those of you that want it. So you select it here. Then I come in here, I select an image. Oh, I went too fast. So on the left-hand side, it says image. It pulls up your camera roll. I need to like find some pictures that like look like I'm skeptical, because I think that's like, I can't have like a smiley face in all of them. And I was like, I was overworked and underpaid and, and with a big smile on my face. I need to find some sad photos.
Do you not have your original photos like pinned in your favorites?
I delete all of my photos because I'm OCD. I do not like any photos in my phone.
Oh, Tamika.
I know. I just have to like scroll back through my Facebook 7 years ago is all. It doesn't take more than 35 minutes. Okay, I don't have any sad faces. All right, so once you pick your photo, then you're still gonna do the same thing, crop into a square. Put it there. And then you click text down at the bottom and write your words. I was skeptical that people really didn't make money. That it was a scam. Products didn't work. And the purpose of doing this is it's going to address some of their concerns, right? Okay, make it smaller. Space it out however you want to. You need to find that same font that was in this one. Black. Okay, same thing on this one. You can still do the spacing if you just go to style and then space. Okay, now this is the cool part about over for those of you that have it is, so watch my screen real quick. So I just got this how I wanted it to be. So I'm going to go ahead and click the check mark. I'm going to click the arrow out and save it. But then I'm going to click back. And if I click on the photo, I can actually replace it. And then I can go get the next one. So then when I replace it, the background is there again. And then I have my photo that I can replace. And then I have my words that I can edit. So I don't have to start over from scratch. So here I can just click my photo, click replace. Put that one in there. All right, check. Save.
Before you save that,
Oh, yep.
you have a lot of grammatical error in that. I don't know if you're gonna be using that or
Yes, fix it.
stop. I make a full-time income from home.
Okay.
Plus, every day I create a life I love.
Thanks, friend.
Thank you. You're driving me crazy.
Okay. Next, save, save. Okay. And then I think that's the last one because then we have the poll. Okay. So then what I do is I come in here to Instagram, click the plus sign, click story, and then I can come in here before, when, I was, now. Oops, not that now, this now. And then my last one, if I can do it, you can do it too. And then on this last one, you want to put a poll here. Start today for $20. Wait and pay $99. Put that right there on top of it. And if you've never done story slides before, I know I went too fast. I know that that was confusing, but I will say the only way you get better at doing it is by doing it more and experimenting and trying to figure it out. Okay. All right, click next, share, done, and voila. And the last thing I'll tell you guys is when you guys go to distributors stories, you creepers that keep creeping on mine, vote on my poll. Help boost my algorithms. Because then more people will see it. And what if I sign a distributor that I can move underneath you? Like, vote on each other's polls, you guys. And if I message you because I don't know that you're actually part of my team, then just be like, Tamika, I'm part of your team. Because I don't know everybody by name and by face and by everything. Okay. So if I message you like, hey, did you mean to vote on my poll? I'd love to get you started. And be like, I'm already on your team, sis. Okay. And so just be kind about that. Okay. But really try and vote on each other's polls just so that way it'll help boost the algorithms and stuff. Now don't vote on my polls that were this or that today, because that was a rough choice. my notifications are, I did a this or that. Did you guys see that? I posted them in the pack page today, and there's so many people that are voting on it, which is great, but my notifications are just out of control because anytime someone votes on my poll, it's telling me. So anyway, you guys, that's